You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right, people, come on in, come on in, come on in. We live, we streaming live, streaming live. We definitely streaming live, people. Come on in. Come on in, come on in. Edit privacy. It would not let it get to the public. I don't know why, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me just share it. It is what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. It is what it is. Come on in, people. We live, uncut, unedited. Live, uncut, unedited. We got a great show today. Great show today. Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Uh-huh. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited, people. Live, uncut, unedited. Sharing the video. Sharing the video. Definitely sharing my video. All right. I'm almost done, people. Come on in, come on in. Let's go, people. We got a great topic tonight. Oh, my God. We're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and what? Shame the devil. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to talk about what's going on with these landlords. For real. And it's real talk, people. I'm sharing to people what you see me doing. I'm sharing my video. Let's come on in. Make sure you share the video, people. I need you to share the video because my followers can't see it. Well, they don't get the notification. Only my friends get the notifications. So I definitely need you guys to share it. I can start hollering out names now. All right. Sharice Rice, I see you. Tanisha, what's going on? China Mac, what's going on? Gilda, I see you. Let's go. Virginia Beasley, I see you. David McDonald, my spiritual brother in the Lord. God bless you, brother. Man of great faith. H.G. Ray, I see you. Peggy, I see you, brother of great faith. I tell you, people, we got landlords out here that's doing their thing. They want to sleep with their tenants and still get paid. Ain't that something? They want to sleep with their tenants and still get paid. Lisa, what's going on? What's going on, Miss Ultimate? I see you. Janelle, what's going on? I see you. Sarah, I see you. I love you too, Sarah. Good sister there. Hey, Renee Jackson. I'm coming through now, okay, because once I go on the app, it don't allow it to send my notifications out, but hopefully they'll see me on not. They'll just get to see it later. I'm already clouded up. I'm often imitated but never duplicated. That's it. All right, Corville, what's up? He said you can't have them both. You got to take one or the other. That's right. Venus Brown, what's going on? I'm finna expose these landlords. I'm telling you, live, uncut, unedited. Y'all know what it is. I'm telling you. I'm exposed. I'm telling you. Landlords out here sleeping with the tenant, then they want to get paid. You want to run them, take them to court. Shame on you, landlord. And I'm going to tell you, it's not just the landlords, it's the property managers, it's the securities, they into it, and the maintenance man. And you can count the maintenance man in that too, because the maintenance man be in them young girls' houses trying to have sex with them. Give them a few dollars. I'm telling you, that's a crime. Y'all know what time it is. Maintenance man coming in there, looking at you, giving you Google eyes, stripping you butt naked with his eyes, with a glaze in his eye. To security. You know it. Coming on his day off, coming up to your house, disguised and got a face mask on his head, hoodie wearing, going up in your house. We know what time it is. That's right, Peggy. Never duplicate her. I want to give a shout out to all my haters. I love y'all. Ain't a thing that you can do or say. That's to my haters. Got to do that to them. I tell you. That's right, Corvell. Like Corvell said, the maintenance man trying to fix the wrong leaks. That's true. That's true. That is so true. Listen, now I want somebody to call in and tell me about an experience. Now, take in mind now, if you call in, I am not going to share. I don't share your numbers with anybody. You don't have to say your name. You can disguise your voice. It doesn't matter, but you have to show your number. I'm not taking no number unless I can see it. You have my number, and I want to have your number. I'm telling you, people, I'm quite sure there's plenty of women out here that have been propositioned, even men. You might have a alphabet landlord. And you know what I'm trying to say? Wow. Michael said they got landlords out here in Vegas who put in the girl's lease that he could sleep with her. Wow. 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 Live, uncut, unedited.
Hey, Mark.
What's going on?
Not much, baby. This China Mac, you know I was going to call in on the subject.
Uh-oh, come on, let me hear it. Let me tell me something in your own words.
In my own words.
In your own
words. When I was in Lawless Garden.
Uh-oh. Lawless Garden, that's up 36 and Rose, right? Right over there, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead. Let me hear it.
The security guard, when I moved in, they had already laid the plan out. Head of security was going with somebody that lived in the building. My people in Lawless Gardens know what it is. That's on here. The janitors. Oh, man, Martin.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And shame the devil.
Guys, they was going with everybody over up in there, in Lawless, including me. Okay? And then the people that work in the property management office, like you said, baby, they was dating everybody up in Lawless. Do you hear me? I moved up in there and be promising folks, giving folks larger apartment bedroom size wise. And then as soon as they break up or the girls do something they don't like, now the girl got an eviction notice on the door. I know about 4 women that go through that.
Now, hold on. China Mac, hold on. You know, we've been knowing each other for a long time, but let me say this. We've been knowing each other for a long time, y'all.
Yeah, you raised me.
Listen to this, too, y'all. Most of the time, this happened in them low-income places. Now, it happened everywhere, but especially in them low-income areas, like Parkway, Lawless Garden, over there, Woodlawn Garden, all these little places, these low-income areas, that's where it happens at. They try to take advantage of young people, vulnerable people that you know that they don't have much and trying to, you know, make deals and wheels with them. I'm telling you, it's happening. This is real. This is real. Now, this is
really real.
Go ahead, sis. You can talk. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, and it's a sin and a shame because you mix, I guess, what? Pleasure with
business and pleasure.
With business with pleasure. It don't make no sense. And it's going on everywhere. You got some of these people buying these houses, these men be married, but they'll let these women move in them houses just they second out their offspring or whatever you want to call it, their mistress. Oh yeah, it's going on out here. And then as soon as the husband do something the mistress don't like, the mistress threatens to call the wife. So they know the wife controlling everything. Now the husband trying to get her up out of there.
See, y'all hear that?
Oh yeah, it's going on.
It's going on. And listen, now you know a lot of time when the male landlords sleeping with the woman, now they can't put out, so he gonna go hire somebody else now to put out.
They try to come get out.
Yeah, come get out. And see, this real, people. This ain't no joke, y'all. Y'all laughing at this, but this is real. This happening every day. A lot of
this happens every day, and the ones that's laughing, 9 times out of 10 are the ones we talking about.
And we're not out here trying to air out y'all dirty laundry, but we know it's happening.
We know it's happening. So if it ain't you, you can't laugh because, hey, it ain't nothing funny about it when you get put out because you done snuck and dated somebody where you live at.
Yeah.
They own the place. They got control.
Control. Yep.
Mhm.
That crazy. That is
That's
crazy.
crazy, man. It's sad.
But they prey on them single mothers, them young single mothers. They vulnerable,
Mhm.
know they don't have
Yeah.
much, and that's who they
Yeah.
prey on. I'm telling you.
Mhm.
And some
Mhm.
of them landlords, they put the chick in their house anyway because they're housing. It's their little piece on the side. Now when they get tired,
Mhm.
the sex become it's boring now. Or hold on, sister.
Mhm.
When they see oh, I'm trying to word this right. I don't want to be people thinking I'm nasty. But long Willie, you know what I'm talking about. Come down there
Mhm.
and take care of business. Now the landlord get mad. You know?
Mhm.
Now he see another man coming in the house. Now he get mad.
Mhm.
And,
Somebody said the landlord's sons do the same thing, but the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
and I agree. I agree. I agree. Well, I'm gonna tell you, any young lady, if you decide to sleep with a landlord, you better get your receipt, your receipt up front. That's what you better
Hmm.
do. And I'm not
Hmm.
advocating that you sleep with the landlord for your rent payment and all that, but you better get a receipt if you're gonna get out like that. You crazy if you
I
don't.
know.
Go
I
ahead.
know one thing. If you out here sleeping with your landlord, you better be stacking that money, that rent money up.
Yeah, re-
That's for sure.
real talk. And you women
That's for
out
sure.
there, don't be coming to the door in your negligee or your
Nightgown.
nightgown
Come
and all
on.
that. And when the landlord come and collect that rent, because we know
Come
what you
on,
own
Mark.
too. Because I'm not gonna
Come
just
on,
point the
Mark.
finger at the landlord, all landlord, because a man can only stand too much. I'm telling you.
Come on, Mark.
The scripture said, "Can a man take fire on the chest and be not burned?" I'm telling you,
Hmm.
you know he human, and women
You
know
know
when they
he know.
nice looking and they got to go on there with that seductive power. So
We know what we be doing.
yeah,
Sometimes life puts us in certain situations. I'm not gonna knock every female that sleep with their landlord or the maintenance guy. That's up to you and God.
yeah,
I don't got nothing to do with that. I wouldn't do it
yeah.
because I wouldn't want to get nobody that much power over me.
And that's what I said. If you're gonna do it, you make sure you get that rent receipt.
Right. So
Get your
sometimes they have to do what they got to do, I guess.
Get your money up front. I don't care if it's the maintenance man or the security guard. Get your money up front if you're going out like that. Don't be no
Hmm.
fool. Because
Don't
you
even do it for the rent payment.
that
Right.
don't
Pay your
because
own rent.
it's not worth it. And stop dressing
Hmm.
half naked. You could know you got the boy shorts on. Well, Mark, you can't tell me how to dress in my own house. You're right. That's where you pay rent where you live at. But it's called being appropriate at the time.
It's called respect, having
Respect.
respect for yourself.
Yeah.
But
You
it ain't even about that no more, Mark. These women know what they be doing.
yeah.
They be going to the door half naked. They know exactly what they be doing.
And that's a shame before God. Then when you get put out, or when a landlord go take your lights off, shut your lights off illegally, or cut your water off, now you got a problem. You come crying now. But you were
Mm-hmm.
just sleeping with him. You thought it was all good. He was just
Mm-hmm.
using you.
Yeah,
Using you.
I feel sorry for them.
I'm gonna tell you, you got some landlords, they will change your locks. They will
Yeah.
cut your lights off illegally. They will shut your water down. They will cut your gas off themselves. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it happen. I've heard of stories that this have happened. So, young lady,
Mm-hmm.
you better be careful sleeping with your landlord because they got
Mm-hmm.
all types of tricks to get you out of there.
All type of tricks,
All
baby. They
type.
used to be
You and
going
your
on that
children.
long regardless.
Yeah. And you think you slick, you think you just gonna screw him one time and you ain't gonna give him no more and your
Mm-hmm.
rent gonna be paid for the rest of the year. That's probably not gonna happen. It's wartime. I'm telling you,
Should
you
be.
you got women out here that's provocative toward trying to provoke their landlord for payment of their rent, and using
Mm-hmm.
that power. I'm telling you, I got
And
to
these landlords don't make it no difference.
China Mac. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil.
You gotta tell the truth. They don't want to hear the truth.
No, they don't want to hear it, but I got to tell them. I
Mm-hmm.
got to tell them, and this is real. So, young lady, if you get in a bad situation, there's other programs out there to help you with your back rent. Fine, do some research. Do not sleep with your landlord. Trust me.
Period.
I don't care if it's a male or a female. Both, neither. I don't care what it is. Do not sleep with them. Trust me,
Mm-hmm.
because they got too much power over you already. You in their
Mm-hmm.
property.
Mm-hmm. Then you know when you sleep with somebody, them feelings get involved. Two
That's
people.
right.
I was taught that when two people lay down, somebody getting up with some feelings.
That's right.
Ain't that right, Mark?
Listen, listen, sis, I'm 53. I'll be 54 in a couple of weeks. Let me say this. Men, I'm gonna say this to men. I don't care if you screwing a prostitute once a month, twice a year. You're gonna develop some type of feelings when you out there engaging in sexual activity, whether she giving you oral, anal, whatever she giving you, you're gonna develop some type of feelings. Now, I'm not saying you might fall in love. I'm telling you. So sex is very powerful. So don't get on here talking about she a bust down, she a skeezer, but you keep running over there late at night, riding past the house and all that, calling the phone and texting her and stalking her. But she all this.
Calling to see if she hungry.
Yeah. So you can say what you want, my brother, because you know them feelings developing. You're right, sister, and that's the gospel truth. It's impossible keep laying down with somebody over and over and don't develop no feelings for them.
No feeling? You lying to yourself.
Lying to yourself and God. I'm telling you. Somebody said on here, Dwayne said a landlord in Vegas came to collect on the sex rent. She refused and they went to court. I'm not sure of the outcome. Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Y'all make sure y'all share this video because some of y'all young ladies need to hear this. Y'all need to hear this because it's an old trick. Trust me. That's too much power to give your landlord over you.
Man.
That's too much power. And I'm telling you, when you find out you go to that water and get ready to take a bath and you turn that knob and ain't nothing coming out, you know what time it is. When you come in that house at nighttime and you can't, and the remote control ain't working and the light switch, you know what time it is. When you get home at nighttime, coming from daycare, bringing the kids home, and the house is cold, it's chill, you know what time it is. I'm telling you. When you come home and stick that key in the door and it ain't turning right, you know what time it is. He didn't change your locks or cut your lights off, cut your gas off, or cut your water off. Now you got to call the police. And it's your word against his. He can say, I didn't do it.
Somebody said the Vegas landlord been brought up on charges.
Oh, wow. Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, for him.
And I know it's plenty of ladies that's on this live that's watching know of a story like what we're talking about. Landlords and security guards and stuff like that. Trust me. Sleeping with these young girls in these low-income housing. Pray. Pray on them. I'm telling you. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. That is crazy. That is so crazy. And it's going down. And the maintenance man coming in there staring at the woman with glazed Google eyes. Like he just want to have her for lunch. Come on now. That's why I tell y'all women, when you got company in your house, cover up. You shouldn't be wearing nothing tight when you got company in the house. Trust me. Nothing. Whether you there a single woman or not, you should not be doing that at all. You don't know what's in the minds and hearts of these freaks coming in your house fixing on something. You just don't know. I'm telling you, by the way, I think it's a story that's coming out over there on 62nd in Michigan or something that a 11-year-old girl tried to got snatched or something, had to jump out of a truck, a van or something. I don't know the full story. I think this happened yesterday. So I'm not out here telling women what they can't wear, what they shouldn't wear, but I'm going to tell you this. You got some fools out here that will snatch you up at gunpoint and will kill you. Will kill you. You'll come up missing.
And Mom, can I say something since you're on your line?
Yes, go ahead.
Something that's been bothering for a few years. When I take my daughter to school, I see a lot of small children walking to school by themselves. We need to make that another message. Stop sending your kids to school. Get somebody to walk them to school. A neighbor, a friend, the sibling, the father, the auntie, somebody. Don't send your babies out here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old walking to school by themselves. I don't care if it is school guards on the corners. If somebody snatch your baby, the school guard ain't gonna have enough time to run half a block up.
I agree. I definitely
I
agree.
see it every day. I see it every day.
The little bitty kids walking by themselves and all that they do, crossing these big major streets and stuff like that. And some of y'all at home with your bonnet on, and they're having sex.
Ain't doing nothing else.
Ain't doing nothing else. Nothing else. You know what? When I had my family, and one thing about the babysitter liked about this, she said, Martin, I noticed that the days that you off, you don't bring the baby to the babysitter because I want to spend some more, more time with my babies. You know, I don't just want to drop them off and because I know you there and abuse that power. Some of you ladies, you don't have to work. Spend a day with your child, your son, with your children. Spend a day with them. Ask them how their day was. Get into their conversation. See what's going on in their head. I'm telling you, this is real. Listen, we're not living in good times. People are evil. They corrupt. And I'm going to tell you, you better beware of some of these men that y'all sleeping with too in your house. You better be careful bringing some of these men around your children. They sick. They sick in the mind. They talk all that black power stuff and all that. Listen, people, I don't care how they talking. I don't care if it's Martin Johnson coming to your house. You better watch everybody. Everybody. Uncles, brothers, cousins, watch them all. I'm telling you. And that's real talk. I didn't allow my daughters to sit on man's lap. Their uncles, their grandfather, I don't care who it is. I better not catch you sitting on no man's lap. There's some sick people out here. Go ahead, talk, sis. I got to answer this door. Let somebody in. Okay.
Okay.
Go. You can talk about something.
Okay. And you know what? I think our main problem is we did not instill the traditional values in our children that was instilled in us. Example, like how our parents were sitting us to the laundromat. I know Mansfield, my grandmother. And she didn't allow us to take no clothes out the washing machine and just throw them in the dryer. We had to shake them clothes out to prevent them from being wrinkled, when they come out the dryer. So, as you get older, you get mad like, hey, when I have my kids, I'm not going to make them wash this. I'm not going to make them do this. I'm not going to make them do that. That's the part of instilling that traditional values in them, So I feel like we didn't instill the traditional values we received from our parents and our grandparents in our kids. And that is like one of the reasons why a lot of this stuff is going on out here.
Yeah. Let me say this, China, why it's on my mind. Listen, some of y'all parents right now, you are so hateful of your upbringing, of how your parents brought up to you. Now, I admit, our parents, including mine, they didn't do everything perfect. But guess what? We made it. We became productive citizens, growing up in the community. And guess what? Don't go against everything that your parents did to you. Don't go against it. Because you got a lot of these parents, well, I ain't gonna never whoop my child. I ain't gonna never do this. I ain't gonna never do that. And look at your child out here carrying guns and pistols at 11 years old, telling you what he ain't gonna do, smacking the teacher. Come on, coming in the house, he got $200 on him, 12 years old. Now, well, I know he don't sell drugs. Well, he out there carjacking and robbing and stealing or something. Well, he gave me half, Mark, regardless. No, you need to take that money, take it from him, and get him a mentor and get him back on the right track. Because I'm telling you, parents, we see it every day. All this shooting out here is a lot of these young folks out here that's doing shooting. I'm telling you. So parents, we got to do a job, sister. We gotta work double time on our children. Because we already oppressed, racism out here, being black, you already got an X on your back. You're guilty before you're innocent. So it's all types of stuff we got to deal with. And we cannot, listen, this is another thing, China Mac, this is what we can't do. We can't just be handing these children tablets and cell phones and video games, and not monitoring it and then going in the room and entertaining our company. And I always say this, I know some of y'all be laughing at, but them children know when somebody in that house, whether you bring a man there 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and they supposed to be asleep. They know somebody in the house, and they know whoever's in that house is in mama room. They know it. Trust me. And when they get older, they'll be able to put it together. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, this is real.
This is real.
Parents, we have to do it. When I say parents, don't think just moms. I'm talking about fathers too. Because sometimes when you hear that word parent, you automatically think about mothers. No, it's fathers too. Both sides. Trust me. And daddies, don't be a hypocrite. Now you not with your baby mama, but you finna take care of your girlfriend kids, and you ain't even take care of your own kids, your children. That's hypocritical. You acting like a great father to somebody else's seed. But when it comes to your seed, you ain't got no time to answer the phone. You ain't got time to call, spend no time. Something is wrong with you. And any woman that got some sense, she better open up her eyes.
She better tell them, right. Go see your kids. How you taking care of my kids and you ain't taking care of your kids? Call your kids. Bring your kids over here. Let them meet our kids. You know, it's crazy, Martin. I've been trying to figure this out so long to try to come up with a solution.
But you know what, sister? By the time we
hard.
come up with this, by the time we figure life out, it's almost over.
I know.
I'm telling you.
But you know what the only what the only solution is to stop this violence out here?
Yeah.
The only solution for that is you got to take it back to the book, back to the old days. Put the truancy officers out here. Make these kids go to school. If they're not in school, they should be in the trade. If they don't have a trade, they should have a job.
That's
it.
All
the outside, the kids don't have anything to do.
That's it. They don't. And we gotta keep them busy. We have to keep our children busy.
Keep them busy.
Got to.
Because guess what? Now we're raising future drive-by shooters.
Say that again, sister.
And people act like they don't see that.
Well,
I don't understand.
China Mac, they can see the wrong in your son and daughter, but they can't see it in theirs. So it's so easy to point out your neighbor's son that's carrying guns, selling dope, bringing up these different cars on the block from carjacking. You can see that, but when it comes to your son and your nephew, you got a blind eye. That's the type of world we living in. We living in that world just like that. And any parent, I don't care if you're 17, 16, 15, do the best you can. Don't raise your child to be another statistic. Please don't. We don't need no more. We don't need no more gang members. We don't need no more drill rappers. We don't need no more of them type young folks. We need productive citizens that's going to go out there, work hard, get a trade, love their family, and be a family man. That's where it all starts at, the family. Trust me. When a man got something to live for, something that he loves, he ain't going to get involved in too much, China. He ain't going to take too many risks. Trust me. Knows what I say. He's not going to take too many risks. He may take some risks, but some risks he's like, no, I can't do this because I don't want nobody be wifing my wife. I'm telling you, this is real, people. Y'all, I know y'all don't want to hear this type of talk, but this is real. This ain't no crime scene. This is reality going on right here. We got haters out here that hate the race. They don't see nothing good come from black people. All you want to do is these type of people I don't like either. And I'm gonna say it. All they want to do is lock up every black person. Now you lock up all the black person, then what? Then what? What are some of the solutions? They got no other solution but locking a black boy up or a black man. That's it. And you say, well, Martin, why are you taking up for criminals? We all are criminals. We was born criminals. Trust me. You get hungry, ain't no telling what you'll go out there and do. You might sell your body. You might shoot your mama. Sell your daughter or your son. Ain't no telling what you might do. Just thank God that you're not in that position. This is real, people. The streets, listen, China, you know, we come up in the streets. We know what it's like.
We know what it's like.
We didn't have no silver spoon at all.
We probably didn't even have a spoon, Mark.
Now, thank you. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. I didn't have a bed until I got grown, a bed of my own. That's something personal, and that's real talk. Some of y'all don't believe, but it's the gospel truth.
It's the gospel truth.
Headed hard coming up. And for y'all ladies out there, do not forget, if you got to entertain your boyfriend, do not allow your babies to sit on his lap. All right? When he get up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, make sure you get up too. So he won't be creeping in another room looking at your babies. Tell you. And another thing, if you got a man in your house, a boyfriend in your house, whatever, make sure your children are fully clothed, fully dressed, especially your young, overdeveloped daughter that's 10 years old, they got a body like she's 15. You really got to watch. Trust me. I'm telling you this for a reason, people. You got some sick men out here. Women too. We'll try to turn them out. Women too. They sick. And you think they're there for you, but they're there for your children. They're looking at your children a certain way. That's why you have to educate your children. If anybody touch you inappropriately in these areas, your buttock areas, on your breast or your private part, let me know as a parent. This is real. You got a lot of sick men out here. They sick. Trust me, they sick. Women too. They sick. Yeah. Any opportunity that they can see to exploit somebody sexually, they will do it. Imagine a grown man having sex with a 12 and 13-year-old woman, a girl, not no woman, a girl. They would turn that person out, mess their whole world around. Real talk. I got to tell the truth. We all hold some family secrets now. We know somebody's been molested before in touch. We know it. Trust me. This is nothing foreign. It happens in the Black community. It happens. I'm telling you, keep the landlord out of your house, keep the maintenance man out of your house, and keep the security out of your house, young lady. Trust me, you'll thank me later. I'm telling you, you will thank me later. Because if you allow the landlord and you have sexual favors and skinning and grinning and he feeling and groping on you, trust me, one thing gonna lead to another, and before you know it, he in your bedroom. And you ain't get your rent receipt for that month. I'm sorry. And some landlords will lay down and sleep with you, China, and they still want their rent.
And they still want that rent. That's a sad situation to be in right there, baby.
I'm telling you. Real talk. This is real talk.
Sad.
Security guard coming in there, promise you he gonna help you with the rent. He ain't bringing up but drinks and weed. That's it. And a stiff, you know what? That's it. And he gonna tell you what he gonna do to you sexually. Then he gonna go back home to his wife and to his family. Come on now, I'm telling.
Well, he taking all the money to.
Yeah. The maintenance man. Come on now. Sisters, y'all know better. Come on now. We have to do better. Do not allow these people in your house unless it's business. Business related to the apartment, collecting rent or going through an inspection or something. That's it. Trust me. No sexual favors, sister. You'll thank me later. Listen, it's embarrassing to tell your girlfriend, your best friend, that you slept with the landlord and he's still putting you out. That's an embarrassing. I wouldn't want to tell nobody that. I'm telling you. Women too. You got women landlords out there doing that. So I ain't just talking about the men, women too. You got some women out here living their life as a man, but they still a woman at the end of the day. So this is real, people. I need to take another call. You stay on, China. Somebody else come on, call and tell me about experience. Y'all know what time it is. Act like I'm lying on somebody. I ain't lying on nobody. We ain't mentioning nobody's name.
Okay.
Just keep it real. These things happen in our community. Keep it real. Some of y'all probably got down with the landlord. That's your business. I don't need to know it. It's your business. But I hope you got that rent receipt. Hope we didn't take you to court. I'm telling you. This is real, people. Nobody want to talk about no real issues. They want to talk about who shot who and who's sleeping with who. Or they want to talk about but stuff that really matter to hit home, that's going to benefit our culture and our race. This what helps. I'm telling you. Keep the mailman out of your house too. I know you got a good job, but keep him out of your house.
Keep them on out of there.
I'm telling you, men gonna be mad at me. I'm just putting all this game out there. But I got to tell the truth and shame the devil, though. Now, I can take the horse to the well, but I can't make the horse drink from the well. So I'm giving you games, lady. This is how it works. You can give up your goods if you want to. It's gonna be a done deal. Trust me. And men talk. Hey, man, all you got to do is go up there, man, bring some weed and drink, and, just rub her leg or blow on her ear, nibble on her ear. She going to get hot and come out of her clothes. Tell you.
Martin, that's crazy because that's exactly what they be saying.
I'm a man, sister. I'm a man.
That's exactly what they say.
Yeah.
They be like, you don't even need the whole bottle. All you need is a blunt and a cup of liquor. I'll be like, what?
That's it. Hold on, China man. We got a caller. Hold on. Okay. Hello, caller. Where you calling from? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? Who's this?
This Leslie.
Hey, how you doing, Leslie? Hold on. Got to merge you in. Okay. All right, Leslie, what's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, I just tuned in, Martin. I just got a little bit of the laugh, but for what I've heard, I got something to say. So I had just went through a situation. And I guess I've been pretty mean, but no, I meant what I said. So I just got my blinds and stuff put up this week or last week. And so the maintenance guy come in, because I don't like everybody in my house. Don't nobody come to my house. But okay, if you got to come in and do some work, you come in and do your work and get on up out here. Okay? So when he got ready to leave out, he gonna say, yeah, I'm going to come on back in and check up on you. I said, no, you're not, because I said, if you come back, you're going to get shot in your leg. So, I feel like because I'm living by myself, and the maintenance men see that. But see, come on up in here if you want to.
Girl, you ain't found you no boo yet.
I ain't got no boo. Okay. Because I'm a special type of woman that's supposed to receive a special type of man, Martin.
All right now, I ain't mad at you. Tell the truth.
This could be on lock.
And shame the devil. All right. I ain't mad at you. Because hey, listen, you got some men out here, they waiting on an opportunity, a golden opportunity to come up.
Yeah. You gotta most definitely be careful, baby, out here.
Yeah, but they be being nosy, oh yeah, she ain't got no man. And I be like, man, I'm here by myself and everything, but I got pistol. Come on up in here if you want to. You gonna get shot in your leg real quick.
Yeah.
I ain't had no man in 5 years.
I ain't mad at you.
Everything been on lock and key.
I ain't mad.
You know what? Let him come back. And so talking about checking up on me. He gonna get shot.
He might bring you some flowers back. You better be careful now.
Nah.
If you feel too uncomfortable, get in contact with the management.
You know what? I'm telling you, and you know what? I got cameras all around my house, in the front door, on the back door, on the side where my driveway is. I ain't playing no game.
Yeah.
You being watched. If you walk around my house, walk to my front door or my back door, you being watched.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got to make sure I'm protected.
That's right.
And I'm safe.
That's right.
But they be looking. Of course, they come here, do some work. They like, oh, ain't no man up here. But you know what I'm finna do, Martin? I'm finna go to the thrift store, to the Goodwill, and go buy some men's shoes and put them out right there by my door.
That's
so when they come to fix something, guess what? They go, oh, that man here, he sure is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy something tomorrow. I ain't playing.
Make sure they don't stink now.
Put them right by the door.
Make sure they don't stink though. You're getting it from the thrift
Well, I
store.
gotta do what I gotta do because it's on lock and key.
I ain't
Until
mad
the
at
right
you.
man come.
I listen. I ain't mad. I always say if God don't send them, you don't need them. That's it.
All right.
That's it. You shouldn't want them. So I ain't mad at you. I tell you, there's a lot going
I'm
on.
gonna get some boots tomorrow, Mark.
Hey, I ain't mad at you. Cause hey,
That's
man,
13.
hey, man, listen, men be out there. We be looking though. Don't think we don't look. You know, some of us don't say anything, but our eyes, our body language. See, you got some men. They ain't gonna come out and say nothing, but they gonna give you that vibration. You know, women, y'all good. Y'all can feel it. Y'all can feel it. Y'all know when a man looking at you with your back turned. Y'all that good.
Mm-hmm. We can feel that. We sure can.
Yeah, you can feel it. God He blessed y'all with that energy to detect that. So it's real out here, and I'm just warning these young ladies. I know y'all cute and you don't want to do that, but listen, there's some dangerous folks out here. You letting them in your house, and they mean you're no good. They out to kill, steal, and destroy. I'm telling you, and they are demons. Demons. I'm telling you. You can see. I know of a case where a brother broke up with a sister, and he was stalking her and everything, stalking her. You talking about Black Power, brother? You know, supposed to be conscious, stalking the sister. You know what I'm saying? Come on, brother. It's over with. Go in your corner and cry. It's over with. When a woman feel uncomfortable, you don't want nothing to do. You know, listen. You know what time it is. It hurt. It's a hurting feeling when you love somebody and they don't want you. That's a hurting feeling. That's no good feeling, but you got to deal with it.
Yes,
Got to deal with it.
Life still go on. You still have to live life.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
It's somebody out there for everybody.
That's right. So I listen. I'm telling y'all, women, just be safe. Be careful who you entertain in your house. And if you don't want to bring nobody around your children, meet them outside. Go get a room. Go to his house. Whatever. You know, until you feel comfortable enough to bring them to your house around your little bitty ones. Trust me. And brothers, because the lady you dating got a grown daughter, that don't mean that you can be looking at her and trying to hit on her too. Well, they ain't little, she grown, but that's disrespectful. If a woman open her door, allow you to sleep in her bed, or allow you just to come in her house, her children, her grown children, is off limits. I'm telling you that. And that's real. From brother to brother. And I'm gonna give you another example, brother. What we should none of us do. If I go to my buddy's house and his woman, his wife, girlfriend, baby mama, whoever she is, answer that door, and she tell me he's not at home, come on in, you can wait, he'll be right back. No, you should not enter that man's domain at all. You should either sit on the porch, come back, or sit in the car. Do not do that. That's very disrespectful. You don't want to give in place to the devil. That's it. That's just out of respect. That's me. China, if I come to your house and me and your guy, we cool, we tight, we go out together and all that, and he ain't there, I'm not coming in your house. Exactly. You know, it's just out of respect. It ain't that I don't trust myself, but I'm not gonna go into another man's domain when he's not there and fall out with him. Because see, men will kill you over these women. They'll kill you. See, they'll play hard like they don't care about the woman, but they do. They do. So, brothers, if you out there and you on some sneak stuff, I'm gonna say you a trip to the cemetery. Stay out of that man's house. Stay out of it. Leave that man, woman alone. His girlfriend. Leave her alone. And you know he ain't at. You know the man at work now. You popping up over his house, brother. You dead wrong. Am I telling the truth, sisters?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You're being very correct about
I'm the same way.
And women too. It goes vice versa. Woman,
Yeah.
don't be going over no man's house and you know your girlfriend ain't there. Sitting in your girlfriend's house in the front room and she ain't there. You shouldn't be doing that either, out of respect. Shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that. Anytime I'm invited to a house, one of my buddies' house, and they're not there, I'm not coming in. No disrespect. I said, I'd rather wait on the porch, sit on the porch, because I'm going to give my buddy that much respect. And women,
not only that,
go ahead.
You got enough respect for yourself not to allow you to put yourself in harm's way.
That's right.
You know, I'm the same way. My friends, like it's been a few times in my life where I may have been misplaced and didn't have a steady place to stay, going from A to B, you know, in my younger years. I would never move in with my friends that had a man. Why? Because I love myself enough not to put myself in that type of situation. You know?
Yeah. And you know what too? I'm gonna say this. Where I live at now, there's a man across the street, right? He's been trying to talk to me, so he's just hollering and stuff all across the street, right? Now you know he's my neighbor, so he don't see no man or nobody coming up out my house. So he go try to hit his head. But I had to tell him, like, he was like, man, what's going on? You ain't even give me your number or nothing. And I told him I'm in a relationship just so he can leave me alone. So he respected that. Oh, okay. I had to shoot my shot though. But I tell me I'm in a relationship because I don't want to be tied.
So these
men is very bold now. They hollering across the street talking. You know what? Of course, he don't see no men coming in and out my house. But I'm like, oh no, I'm in a relationship. I'm with somebody. You know, us women, we have to do that sometimes, especially with somebody we ain't trying to be with or talk to. Because they gonna keep on trying. I can't even get in my car and out my car without this man hollering across the street.
And trust they watching. And anybody that's smart and intelligent, you wouldn't want to talk to your neighbors anyway. On the job or neighbors, none of that. That's too close.
I'm like, Lord, I can't even get in my car, out my car. He hollering.
Well, that's what men do. Les, don't get upset. That's what men do.
One of my friends can come, to my house or something, pull up every now and then, the male friend,
Well, well, Leslie, you in Chicago now, so that's what they're gonna do. Men gonna holler at you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna holler at you. You got some men, they looking for women that's already established. They can come in their house and take over, lay down, kick off the they gonna bring a bottle.
Kicking off nothing up in my crib.
hey, Leslie, bring a bottle. Listen, ladies, let me give y'all some game. If a man introduces himself to you and his first conversation is, do you drink, do you smoke? You better run. Run away from him. Run. And I'm not saying if you don't drink or smoke. If that's all his conversation is, just drinking and smoking, come on, he's just looking to have some fun. That's it. Just having some fun.
Real men don't want their woman drinking and smoking no way.
No way.
I'm telling you.
No fact.
And that's a turn off anyway, because I don't do none of that.
Yeah.
That's a turn off.
But I mean, if you do, it's your business. It's your business. But
I may have me a glass of wine.
Right.
When I go to the steakhouse.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean,
men
and
women so thirsty. They more thirstier now than ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell the ladies, be careful. I gave y'all some game tonight. The fella's gonna be mad at me tonight, but that's okay. I live another day. Watch these old creeps and all that. And since I'm here, I might as well give you some crime tips. If a Negro put his hand on you, you better run for your life too. You better run for your life too. You better run far as you can to get away from. And some of y'all young ladies think that's cute too. You think that's cute. These overly aggressive black men slapping on these women. Then when these women do something, then everybody want to scream and holler. And I believe a woman should defend herself. I'm for that. I'm for that. So I'm just letting y'all know I'm for that. I believe in violence.
Stronger than us anyway,
I'm for violence. And guess what? I've been through all that stuff, so I know what it's like. Trust me. Because some men will put their hands on you and fight you, beat you down like a man. I'm telling you. And won't fight no man. But I guess some of y'all love to get tossed up, then made love to. I don't know. You respond to negativity. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Have y'all ever seen a couple and you look at these couples like you looking at your man, what these two got in common? You just never know. I've seen couples like that. Seriously, China and Leslie, I've seen couples like, man, what these two got in common? They look like totally opposite. What's she doing to him or what he doing with her?
What they be doing?
I've seen that. For real.
Yeah.
But I see it all the time.
You don't know what draw people together. What keeping them? We don't know what the glue that's keeping them together. We really don't know. You know, the web that's keeping them there. But y'all want to say anything?
Some type of connection, no, Martin. It could be a
it could be. It could be a sex. It could be paying the bills, or she could be security. You know, it could be. You know, it could be. It definitely could be.
Compatible in certain ways.
Yeah. So listen, y'all ladies, defend yourself at all costs. I'm telling you, defend yourself. Don't go around here talking about be peaceful and all that. Defend yourself. Get that Negro up off you. Sorry, but I got to tell him. You know what I'm saying? Don't call your brothers unless you're serious. You know, don't call them. Because, you know, a lot of ladies, they'll call their sons and their brothers and all that. Then next week, they right back hugged up, making love. Hickey's all over their face and neck and all that. Don't do that. Don't put your family members into that.
Yeah, you telling the truth?
Don't do that. If you know you want to continue to get your butt whooped, leave your parents, leave your brothers and them out of that. Leave them out of that. That's what you like. Deep down inside, deal with it. Deal with it. I think it was a situation like that with my daughter, and I told my son, stay out of it. You're going to wind up in jail doing something to that man, and your sister's going to be laid up with him. You don't want that. When she ready, when she make up in her mind that she want to stop that from happening, you'll know it. Until then, you got to take a step back. So young lady, don't be calling your father into your mess. Your little brother or your big brother or your uncles or your cousins, and you know you with it. You like that type of treatment, mistreatment. Because trust me, somebody is hearing me and they like what I'm talking about. They into that violence and get slapped around and cutting and shooting at each other, then making love. They into all that overly aggressive relationship. They into it. So people, this live is real. I appreciate you. We streaming on 3 different platforms. So thank y'all. I appreciate my guests, Leslie Brown and China. What's going on? Girl, we've been knowing each other forever, haven't we? Forever. I tell you, forever. I tell you, you older than me, ain't you, China? No, I'm just playing.
No.
I'm just playing. I had to throw that in there. Hey, but you know, I'm still looking good for my age, an old man, boy.
You do. You look the same, Mark.
I'm telling you. Listen, I tell people when they see me in public, I said, don't I look better in public? In person, they say, yes, you do, Mark. But you know what?
And another thing, you still the same.
Still the same.
The same thing you talking today. I don't care what people say about you. I'll be reading little comments on Facebook and I go in there and I go off sometimes, right? But the same traditional values that you live by today as standard is the same thing you was preaching for me and my cousin who was a younger lady.
See?
Young.
Y'all heard us. Didn't y'all hear? So for all you idiots out there, think I just started doing this. I've been living like this a long time. I respect women.
All my life.
I respect women. Trust me. I respect. You'll never hear me call a woman a B. You'll never hear me calling a woman out her name. You'll never hear me say that. I don't care how mad. I just don't. I respect women. It's other words in the vocabulary, English vocabulary that we can use to get out some anger and frustration. So listen, one thing about me, China, I'm not a bully. I don't take advantage of people. I don't like other people bullying people. I can't stand that. I can't stand it. And see,
I've never known you to be a bully.
Right.
Ever.
And and a lot of women, they make me offers and all that. It's not about what you can do for me and all that stuff. I'm here to help people. I'm here to serve, not to get served. A lot of women take it, you ain't got to pay no rent, you do. No, it ain't about that. I'm here to serve. That's what I'm here. To serve. That's what I'm here. For one thing, I'm not here to take advantage, lay down with no woman just because I know I can do it. No, I'm not about that. That ain't what I'm on. I'm grown. I like to have fun, but guess what? I keep my business to myself, and I'm not disrespecting nobody or trying to take advantage of nobody or try to use nobody. I'm not in that business of using people. You got people on here on social media. I'm telling you, some of these activists, they love sleeping with these different women and using you and getting your money. Trust me. But y'all ain't gonna label Martin G. Johnson for that. Trust me. And it ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen. I'm telling you. I may not be in the best situation I'm in right now, but guess what? I'm content. I ain't using nobody. I ain't laying up on nobody. None of that. Trying to take advantage of somebody because I know I could. And I know I hold a lot of power and influence, but And you know what? I get a lot of China and Les. I get a lot of feedback on different people. Men tell, oh man, my wife crazy about you. And that's good. That's good. But guess what? I ain't in your wife inbox either, trying to rap to your wife. I said, matter of fact, let's take a picture together and you send it to your wife. So that's what I'm on, China. You know what I'm saying? I'm on just trying to help our people. I want all of us to win. I know I'm not going to be well spoken by everybody, but as long as I'm not guilty of what they saying, it's good with me. You got some folks just try to be just like me. Wish they could be like me. I'm seriously. I mean, I got some family members I don't even speak to. If I see them walking down the street, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go the other way. I'm just being honest with you. I don't hate them, but listen, I believe in separation. If we can't get along, guess what? You stay over there and I stay over here. And y'all know, y'all ain't never heard me talking about none of my family members bad about none of them. And there's a whole lot of them that I don't get along with and I end up with their own. But I'm not gonna do that. I got other things to do. And we shouldn't do that to each other. If we got an aunt that we don't like, we shouldn't be on social media bashing the aunt and nothing like that at all. At all. That's my character. That's who I am. When I don't, if I don't agree with a person or something like that, I try to stay away from them. These activists that's on that, doing whatever they're doing, I let them do what they do, and you stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. Whoever want to follow, they can follow you. I'm not gonna follow you. I'm not going along with your mess. You got some people, China, let me say this, baby, and you can witness this. When I had all that confusion on my page, people stirred up and things. Some people that never commented on my page was on my page trying to tell me something about me. Do you hear me?
I saw them, man.
Some people that
I was so glad when you weren't responded. I say, that's how you supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Just go right on past that.
On my page, they ain't never said nothing to me on my page. Never shared a video, never shared a post, but they on my page trying to tell me something about me. You don't know me. You ain't never had a conversation with me outside of Facebook. Don't know nothing about me. You only going about what you heard. Don't know nothing about me. That's why people, y'all got to be careful what you hear. I'm telling you. Only thing I tell people, just watch what I do. Not what I say. Just watch what I do. Not what I say. Just watch me. In public, in private. Trust me. I'm out here, people. I'm in these gas stations. I'm in these grocery stores. I'm out here, people. I don't live a no secluded life. I'm on the lakefront, everywhere. You might see me at a birthday party, just coming through, dropping off a gift and keep going. You might see me in a backyard party, Just watch what I do. Trust me. That's it. You'll know who's right and who's wrong, and you make a decision from there. Everybody's not going to speak well of Martin G. Johnson. But guess what? They showed up in my inboxes. Did you hear anything happen over there on 6th and Cottage Grove? Can you help me? We can't get the video recording of my cousin that had the incident at the school. They all in my inbox talking to me, but yet talking about me, trying to beat me. China, you know me personally. You've been knowing me for years. Trust me. A lot of these people desire to know me personally. I won't allow them to know me because I know they messy. They messy. You waiting to try to catch me up in something wrong. But just keep on waiting. And I tell everybody, I'm not perfect. I got some flaws. I'm 53 years old, and my life ain't never been perfect. Never been perfect. Never. But one thing they can't say that I don't love black people. They can't say that because I love black people. Trust me. And because I say I love you, I ain't got to go along with your old raggedy lifestyle, whatever you involve into.
That's when they get mad at you.
Yeah, they get mad. Then you got folks on social media right now that's imitate me, imitate my life. You know, I ain't mad. They yet want some attention.
Lord,
imitate my life. Come on now, people. Listen. That goes to show you their mindset. China, I promise to God, I'm not out here trying to send nobody to prison. I'm not out here trying to hurt nobody, influence. I'm not about that. I'm just only letting you know what's happening. That's it. That's it. Because I'm going to tell you, if you ever hear about Martin Johnson doing something to somebody, they had it coming. Because I don't bother nobody. I mind my business. Even when I'm reporting, I just, hey, somebody got shot. What happened? I don't know. I wasn't here when it happened. That's it. I ain't never had to stand on nobody witness stand and say, he shot that person. I ain't had to do that because I don't get involved with that. That's not my job. My job is to let the community know what's going on. That's it. And I tell people, if you see my gas light on, that shouldn't even bother you. I'm not asking you for no money.
Right.
You know, if my windshield wiper sound too loud or my radio, that shouldn't pay attention to what I'm trying to message. That's it. You got some sick folks out here that want some attention because they miserable. There's nobody watching them on their live and they want some attention. Trust me.
And you know what, Martin, one thing about you, you know, the little time I've been knowing you, can't nobody tell me nothing about you because I know your spirit.
That's it.
That's all I need to know.
That's it.
I don't care what nobody say. I know your spirit. When I know your spirit, I know all about you.
That's
you ain't
it.
even got to tell me nothing about you. I already know.
Yeah. And people just, you know,
Misery loves company.
That loves company. Out here, the man said word for word what I be saying. You know what I'm saying? And man, you're a grown man. You're almost 50 years. You are 50. You know what I'm saying? And you out here just mocking me. And this is serious when people get shot. You know, these are people, family members. This is no joke. This is a matter of life and death. When somebody gets shot, stabbed, or killed, this is detrimental. This thing is real. I'm just telling the truth, y'all. I got another caller. Hold on. Oh, hey, call back, brother. I think I hung up on you. Call back, brother. Call back, brother. I think I hung up on you. I'm sorry. But this is real. I'm telling y'all. People, I always tell people, as long as I'm doing the right thing, y'all continue to follow me. When I get on that BS or start crooked and all that stuff, y'all leave me, get away from me. Run. Hold on, y'all. Hey, brother, hold on. Let me bring you in. Hold on, brother. Try to bring you in. All right. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Good evening, Brother Martin. You know who this is.
Yeah, Robert Brown. Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it too, and I'm very disappointed how they just doing you like that. Like I said, since I met you, you've encouraged me on how to be safe. When you go live, don't get too close. You always tell me when I go live, see that protest, don't get too close because I could get snatched in.
Yeah. But you know what? Let me say this, Robert, China, Leslie. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make a prediction. With one of these people out here that's calling themselves mimicking me, imitate me, what I do, when you get your wig blown back or when you get stomped out here, the same people that's pushing you on to do this messiness, they're going to say, I told you, you ain't going to be nothing but another entertainment to them. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, people. Take it from me. I've been doing this for 5 years. Nobody never put their hand on me. Nobody never took anything from me. Don't you know I'm qualified to speak on this subject and I know how it works?
You was ordained.
Yes, you know what I'm saying?
You was ordained.
And I tell people, y'all think I'm just a man running around here with a camera, chasing crime. I'm more than just chasing crime. Listen, China, I do this volunteer. I'm not paid to do this. I might not do another crime scene until next week. Because I do it as my leisure when it's able, when I'm able to do it, when I feel like to do it. So you didn't hire me, you can't fire me. That's it. That's it,
because
people.
God put it on your heart.
That's it. And listen,
God
I'm always, brother.
God put it on your heart.
I'm always at the right place at the right time when I get crime. And my biggest crime that I ever caught, it wasn't on a scanner either. Trust me. So y'all out here that's chasing crime, you think it's a game? Make that wrong move and see what happens. It's going to be a funeral out here. Trust me. And that's not no threat. I'm not threatening you. But somebody else going to do you in. You show something you ain't got to say, something you ain't got no business saying, and then you're going to be standing before God. Trust me. I don't have a problem with nobody chasing crime and all that. But you got to do right by these families members. You got to do right by them. These are real people. These are real human beings. This ain't no joke. This is real. Listen, sister, what would y'all think of me if I had somebody loved one on a stretcher on my profile picture? That's somebody family member. That's somebody loved one. That's somebody loved one. I'm making a mockery of somebody loved one.
They don't get that.
Some people don't get that. How would you like, do you stroll on social media and you see your son that got shot on 47 and Halsted on somebody's profile picture? How would you like that? How would that resonate with you?
I'd be angry as hell.
Come on, people. Use your man. Use your logic. Quit trying to be entertained. This thing is real. I had I was on Instagram yesterday. I was interviewing a medical doctor that work in the emergency room. He's a real doctor at the University of Chicago, a brother. Now, yeah, China. Now, if you know if I was on some BS, that man wouldn't have came on my platform. You know that, China. Come on, man. For a man to come on my platform of that nature, he know I'm the real deal. He knows it. He know I'm about the business of seeing black people win. Trust me. I ain't out here making fun of no dope fingers leaning and nodding for some views and likes. I'm not on that. You got some folks that ride down the street and can't wait to catch a dope fiend leaning and nodding. That's somebody's mother. That's somebody's father, somebody's uncle. They got a problem. And you be the first one to turn your nose up them if they ask you for $1. Think you too good for them. You know what get me, China? Some people that never paid attention to me all during my coming up years and all that until I became social media famous. Now they want to have a conversation with me, invite me to dinner, and you know, say, come on, man. I don't phony kick it. Keep it just like it was. You never spoke to me. You never acknowledged me. Don't start acknowledging me now. That's real.
And people need to keep it 100.
Y'all, let me just say this. Let us be careful with these social media beef. Let us be careful of these clowns on here that's trying to do anything, get into an argument, start a social media beef. Nothing but some clowns. Nobody's paying attention to them on their social media. They can't stand it. They lonely, they miserable, and they want a misery love company. Trust me. I made many sacrifices to get where I'm at today. Trust me. God chooses ordinary people to do extraordinary things. All I did, China, Leslie and Robert, I made myself available. And I told myself, and I told God, I said, God, if you put me in this position, I'm not going to abuse my power. I'm not going to take advantage of the ladies. I'm not going to be robbing people, getting their money and all that and making up lies and getting money. I'm not about none of that. Do I need money? Yes, I need money. Leslie, you know yourself, you donated me money. I don't mean to put your business out there, but you have. You know, I ain't never asked you for nothing, Leslie, but you have blessed me. And I appreciate it. You know,
friends, Martin.
I know, but I'm just saying, I just throw that out there. But like I'm saying, if y'all got to do something for me and you got to tell the whole world, keep it to your, you know what? Keep that money. Keep it. I don't want it. I want people to give to me without me have to ask you. Say, hey, God told me to get this to you. God told me to bless this to you. That's the type of, when it's, listen, China, when people give to me without me asking them, it's so easy for me to receive that. It's so easy for me. Because see, when you start begging for money, asking people for money and stuff like that, then now you're obligated to them. Hey, Martin, somebody got shot on 6th and House. Go over there. Go over there. Go over there. Go over here. No. This is not that type party. I got a sign on my head say not for profit, not for sale. So I'm just explaining, people. You can go ahead and be entertained on social media if you want to, with all this confusion and all that, with these losers. They hate, they haters of the race. They hate black people. If they see you stranded, they're gonna keep riding, they're gonna drive right past you. Ain't not even gonna acknowledge you. I'm telling you, people. It's like a church person. You go to church with a person and they pass you up on the bus stop and you know they go, y'all going to the same destination without even asking you, did you want to ride or you all right? I'm telling you, people, this is real. And I know people don't like real talk like this. They like to hear smooth things and lies, but I'm not about no lies. It's real. So I want to thank y'all for listening to me, venting a little bit, talking a little bit. I gave the sisters some game. I gave the brothers some game as well. Stop going in your male friend's house when they're not there. And sisters, stop going in your girlfriend's house, your lady friend's house when she's not there. That's it. And you know, we can live in peace. And remember, if we can't get along, there's nothing wrong with separating. Okay? Some people you just can't get along with. And period. Go your way and let them go their way. That's it. That's it. So don't come on my page, tell me, okay, we all get along. No, we all can't get along. We all ain't on the same mission. I'm on a mission pointing black folks to get free. That's my mission.
That's right.
That's my mission. To keep black women, black babies, black seniors safe from gunshot violence. That's my mission.
It's going to take us to save us.
That's it. Say it, Robert.
It's going to take us to save us.
That's it, people. And I'm speaking from the heart. I ain't got nothing written down, no script or nothing. I didn't know if I was going to talk about this or not. But that's real, people. Trust me. Be careful what you allow to come in your ears and what you allow to come in your eyesight. When you see they on some BS, run for your life. Don't get entangled in that. Because the same people that trying to draw you in gonna be right in my inbox asking me, can I help them? On my live, talking to me, taking a picture with me in public. I'm telling you, they got a problem. And some of these same people that's out here trying to mock me or whatever, you hear from them sometime, they disappear. They disappear. You don't know where they disappear. Then they come back on the scene like everything is all, where you been, bro? Check in, where you been? We've been calling you, we ain't seen you. You've been missing in action. And I'm gonna tell you, sisters, watch all these brothers out talking that black power stuff. Y'all better watch them too. They worse than some of these preachers. Watch them. So that's all I had to say, y'all.
Yeah.
And I
And
appreciate.
Martin, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say something before you close out. I wanted to say this, to the sister that's on here too, and I know she'll agree with me. Talking to all the sisters, we have to do better by encouraging other women.
Ooh,
because
that.
when one sister crown get crooked, the other sister needs to stand up and straighten that crown up on that sister's head. Yeah. We got so many women hating, competing, and everything against another sister. This is so sad.
It's sad.
Come on now. Now, getting intimidated because of another sister doing something. Why can't we just come together and do it together? Or just let a person know you look good today, or you smell good, girl. What's that you wearing? Or your hair look cute. There's so much hate out here against the women. It is so sad. And it's the same thing with the men, but I'm talking about the women because I'm a woman and I see it every day. Powerful women going against each other. Come on now, why can't we just come together and be powerful together?
Leslie, everybody ain't on the same mission.
That's all I wanted to say.
I understand, Leslie. Listen, let me just say something. There's different levels of faith. You're a religious woman. You're a spiritual sister. Everybody's ain't on the same level, the same plane. Some people, they got a first grade faith. Then you got some people got the 8th grade faith. You got some people got a college level faith, if I may break it in them terms like that. Some people you can never have unity with, Leslie, because they got so much hate on them.
We talked about that. We talked about
some people you can never have unity with. They don't want it.
And it be powerful women.
And discord.
Yeah.
Powerful women, and you trying to compete with another woman.
Yeah.
The sad part is when you mentioned about the crown, right? If you see another woman's crown tilted, if you allow her crown to be tilted, when her crown is tilted, yours is tilted as well. You might think
you better say
it's not. Believe it. Because somewhere down the line, her life really does affect yours. May it be about kids, a cousin, co-workers. We as one unit, whether we see it or not. Because the same boys that's fighting, that's killing each other, they connected down the line some type of way.
True. And some of them went to grammar school together, shooting and killing each other, living in the same neighborhood.
Friends. Best friends. Well, Martin, I'm telling you, the only way, let me put this out here while we're on that. You always said everything is by design. I just feel like, I don't know if the white people dropping the guns in the black communities.
Come on, sis, you know where them guns come from.
So they can take over, because the white folks, they want downtown, they won't have park, they want over east, they want all of that. Push us out and push us towards like the suburbs.
And have you noticed, China, everywhere you go now, you got one bedroom, $1,000, $1,500.
Martin, I was just talking about
ain't
that before
that
you went last
strange?
night.
Everyone, even in the bad neighborhoods, they want hot.
Think about it, Martin. Who are they? I just asked my husband that. I just said, who are they promoting these apartments to? Because people can't afford that type of money.
Mm-hmm.
And they want you to make 3 times the income.
Yeah, 3 times.
3 times the rent.
So if you paying $1,000, you need to make $4,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But this what's going
And then
on
what's
out
so
here.
crazy too? My grandmother always taught us growing up, white people plan their lives 10 to 15 to 20 years ahead of time.
Yes, they do.
We don't.
We don't. We day to day.
So like when they bought the university back in 1988, my grandmother told me they was gonna buy up 61st Street where we from, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
She told us that in 88.
Mm-hmm.
They finna change 63rd Street. The white folks didn't want this. Go to school because in a minute, white folks is taking over. They want all of this land over here, so they can come outside and walk on the beaches over east. They want to be closer to their jobs downtown. These white folks got to commute all the way out into these suburbs. That's why traffic be that heavy. They want that. They want to push all the black people to the back. Now, see, they dropped them guns off because they thought they was going to be able to control it, but see, now it's got way out of hand. They're not going to care until our children end up on their doorstep breaking in their houses. That's when they're going to start speaking up and then start caring. But before they start caring, if black people don't wake up, we're going to become extinct. And they don't see that.
And
I'm sick of it, Mark.
I'm sick of it too, because I see it. I see it.
I'm talking about, I'm sick of it. We're losing our kids rapidly. Nobody's saying nothing. Don't nobody care. Everybody cares from the time when the kid gets shot to the time of the funeral and the repast. After that, it's hush hush. Ain't nobody. These black folks need to get fucking mad.
Get mad, get angry.
Like pet. Like for real, Mark.
She telling the
In a
truth.
minute,
Speak on
these
that.
kids gonna be really running up in our houses and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta do better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We gotta put these choices, we gotta put a stop on it. And you know, voting is not the only thing. I want to say this too. A lot of black people, when Obama was in office, they got mad and felt like, oh, Obama, he in office, he didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true.
China, hold on. I'm gonna let you talk. I got one more call. I'm gonna let you talk. So just hold that thought. Don't stop. Hey, Dr. Sanders, I got one in front of you, then you can talk. Hold on. All right, hold on. Hold on. Go ahead, China.
So when Obama was in office, y'all, and this is real talk, keep in mind that he's a black man, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand how mad these white folks was for this black man to be in the White House. Let's just think realistically here, okay? In order for Obama to do anything, he would have to put certain people in certain places to get certain laws passed. So if we're not at the booth, at the polls voting, he can't put some people in position to do the things that we need to do, like mental health centers, after school programs for our children. When we came up, we had all of that. And I know it's been fear instilled in us, in the black human race, because we had leaders before us that tried to do it. Larry Hoover, Fred Hampton and them, the L. Rookin building, Martin. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
They had the after-school programs. They protected women and children. They really were trying to do something for their community. But we as a whole, you know, we don't stand for nothing or fall for anything. And black people have to get to the point where they so mad and pissed at what's going on with the deaths of our children, to the point where they'll get their own life to see change for the next generation that come up. Right now, black people some pussy. And I don't care. I'm saying what I'm saying, and I mean that shit. All these kids dying like this, and we just out here like
this normal.
Kids dying, get shot, killing each other. It's like a fashion trend. It don't make no sense. It stops now. Right now. Put them truancy officers back out there for these young kids. Because what the young kids are doing is mimicking what they see the kids older than them doing, which means it's a domino effect. So the kids in first, second, and third grade, they mimicking what they see in the eighth graders do, the high schoolers do. I stays at my daughter's school with these kids. They don't do nothing but mimic what they see. So they got a song on TikTok right now. It's a little white boy in there saying, "Kill my mama." Kill. My daughter was listening to that. I said, "Yo, turn that shit off." That's demonic.
That's demonic.
And then they have all these kids around here singing this TikTok song. And then the more you sing it, you think it.
Yeah, say it.
When you think it, you become it.
Say it, sister.
I'm sick of it, Mark.
Me too.
I want to slap the shit out some motherfuckers out here. And I hate to be cursing on your life, but black people got to get mad. Just like you mad at Martin because he is a crime chaser, live, uncut, unedited. Get mad about this real shit. Mm-hmm. Y'all mad about some fucking bullshit. But you want to tell Facebook you an activist. No, you are activist. Exactly. You're acting.
Mm-hmm.
Get mad about some real shit.
Yeah.
We ain't mad enough. That's why I keep going the way it's going.
You right, sister.
Every time I get up, my time had, my son died. They killed. I'm pissed. I don't know about nobody else. I'm mad. I'm
Me
ready
too.
to go to war. I'm pissed. Yeah, so we got the kids that's coming up as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 10. They mimicking what they see in the teenagers, 13, 14, 15 years old do. If they walking around with their pants sagging, blunt behind their ear, what the younger generation gonna do? We raised a drive-by killer. It starts in the home. First, we got to come back together. Where's the love at? Back in my day, all the music was about love, coming together, making babies, apologizing to the women. Don't leave me. Now, these kids is listening to kill music. It ain't drill music. It's fucking kill music. That's all they talking about. I get tired of seeing these dumb goofies on Facebook with these guns. Real niggas with guns don't show they shit. You don't see it until it's got to be pulled up on you. Now that's a promotion right there. They go one video, they got the popular music playing in the background, they got Jordans on, chains, they glamorizing this lifestyle. So now who's on social media? The younger kids. This is what some people was trying to stop NBA, NWA and them from doing back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Them older people that was on the panel, I remember watching this sitting in my grandma's house since like 87, 88. They tried to put a stop to it because they knew where it was going to go in the long run.
Mm-hmm. You're right. I remember that.
But we didn't want to listen to it because we lived in the now. Smart people with great common sense, and white people. They plan their lives for 10, 15, 20 years down the road. That's how white people is able to leave wealth to their children that's coming up. We don't think like that. And it's like, if we're not going to use our brains, off with your fucking head. Black people need to get pissed. I'm talking about mad.
I'm saying. That's what we're going to do,
it's real,
son.
Mark. Because before it get better, it's getting worse.
Mm.
and we turning the other cheek to it every time it happens.
Mhm. China, thank you. Hold on, Dr. Sanders, go ahead. I'm gonna give you the last words.
Well, you know, the Bible is right.
All right.
Somebody is wrong. Well, I saw what your topic is, and I heard what the young lady said, and you know, and she's absolutely right. But I wanted to make a clear statement because a couple of your viewers apparently may not understand what's really going on. A lot of the foreigners are buying up these properties in our community. That's one thing. I don't like it because of how they set their rules that would allow anybody to fail. When you purchase a building, you are not buying it outright. It's just like the process of buying a house. And if you can't afford the rent, then don't apply for it, because rent is not based on feelings and emotions. It's about them paying for that building. And a lot of them don't have the money to do it. But like I told you the other day when we were talking, a lot of these affordable housing programs have too many holes in it. And no one is paying attention. Nobody says anything. Like she said, make some noise. The stuff that you need to make noise about, you don't make noise about. Mm-hmm. But we need more of our people to understand the purpose of having property. Having wealth is so important for our young children to have. Not just renting all your life, not just, afraid to step out on faith and God to say, hey, I want to do something a little different. Now, there are a lot of programs, a lot of things that have housing programs where you can be able to be a first-time home buyer. You don't want to stay in an apartment all your life. You want to be able to leave something to somebody. But when you post it on your page, Martin, the landlords need to stop that. They do need to stop. Stop taking advantage of these young women or women, period, that have a child and or children. If there's a problem and they're unable to pay, then give them, I'm not saying give them 120 days and beyond, but if they can't stay somewhere, then explain to them before them signing the lease what the terms and the conditions are. It's simple as that. It's not hard. But a lot of them, the young ladies, when you have a baby or two or whatever, I was a divorced single mom with 6 children. I understand, but my rent was always paid, and I didn't have to open my legs up and do nothing else to get it paid. If I had to work, I had to work, which I did. Because when you dealing with welfare, you going by their rules. The game is getting away from the Claudine life, where you're dealing with public aid all the time. But these landlords that are not right, they need to be fined when they violate anybody's term and condition of release. These landlords have to stop sleeping with our women for the sake of they can't pay their rent. There's a reason why they can't pay their rent. Maybe their job cut them or they lost the hours. If they can't stay in that apartment, be honest enough to tell these young ladies, you can't stay here. I have to pay the bills, because they have to find a way to replace that money that they can't get from the tenant. That's the whole thing about it, because a couple of your viewers were not reading. They were looking. They weren't reading what I said. Because when the bank asks for that money, they want it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, but I just feel like the cost of living is almost like the same as the cost of gas.
It is. And you know
what?
We
talk about these homeless people. Who are they promoting these apartments and these homes to? These apartments are not rehabilitated. They're not in safe areas where we would feel safe to live at. And they're not affordable. So if I wanted to live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. I was just looking at that. They want $2,000 and up. Then they want me to make 3 times the rent. Well, shit. If I can afford to pay $2,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment, why the fuck I ain't trying to get a house?
There you go. There you go.
You know?
You know why? Because let me say something to you. In the right there at 75th. Well, let's say this. Let me go back. When you cross 75th and State Street, you know there are houses and maybe I think it's 2 flat apartment buildings that's going south, and the rest of them are going north on houses. When you come in that area, that little area by John Harper School, those apartments over there are too high and they are raggedy. They're not owned by blacks. They're owned by foreigners. If you said make that noise, we need to block them from coming up buying apartments in our community, charging. The same thing with the Arab store. Because let me tell you how they do it. They surveillance the areas, the low-class areas. You notice that none of those foreigners buy property in Evergreen, Oakmont, Hickory Hills, and Taylor. They come to the black community. They will hire our black young ladies to work for pennies. We have to block them. When they come from them countries, they surveillance where they're going. That's what they do. I'm telling you what I know. Ain't what I heard. I researched it. Right? I grew up in 44th and Berkeley. The houses when I was growing up, I'm 55 years old. At that time, those houses were only $30,000 and $40,000.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
after my mom passed, those houses at 44th and Berkeley behind Dr. Martin Luther King School, where I went to, is now worth $250,000 in height. And the white folks are buying them. They're
That's
in
what
my
I'm trying
area.
to tell you. White
They're so
people
quick.
are coming in for certain areas in Chicago. Black
That's
people
right.
better wake up. That's why
That's
when
enough.
you look in these rural areas or these low income class areas, communities, the rent is sky high.
Yeah, it is. And the thing about it is that they can't afford it because their job, let's look at it for real. Let me use Taco Bell for an example. Taco Bell, for example, is starting you out at minimum wage. Some of them may do 14, some of them may do 15. They may try to negotiate with a salary. But by the time you bring home, let's say you do the math. If you bring it home $900 every 2 weeks, you ain't nowhere in the world you can afford that kind of apartment. There's no apartment out there unless you go in the nasty neighborhood and stay in a studio.
These
And you
people
buy that. Right, because when I first got my first apartment in the 80s, my rent for that studio apartment was $205 a month. You know where that building at? 5220 Drexel. Those apartment buildings over there cost $2,500 a month.
I know where that's at.
You understand what I'm saying? So in my building where I live, my market rent is $1,800 a month.
Yes, ma'am. But that's on us. You can't blame nobody for that. Why? Because we allow people to come in and take over. Any other nationality that you really look at, they have their own community. The Chinese, the Jews,
Oh yeah.
the Arabs, the
Yeah.
Asians. You know what? People say things about that nigga Kanye, but I respect him. I'm going to tell you why. Because he think outside the box. And he thinks. He's a thinker. He's a critical thinker at that. When he did an interview and he said that he's trying to get it where in the black community, especially in Chicago, he said the Jews, I forgot the term, what they call it. But you know how we will let people babysit our kids that's not in the family? Like the Jews, what they do is they take care of their seniors. They keep their seniors at home to watch their children while
Yes,
they
they
go out
do.
to work.
Yes, they do.
When you move
Yes,
to
they
a
do.
white neighborhood, 9 times out of 10, the white people in that community, they all know each other. They know the kids. They have certain special programs set up for their children when they get out of school. Oh, that's Miss Johnson's daughter. Or that's Miss so-and-so daughter. She's a librarian at the library. She works there for 4 to 6. She didn't even know kin of her, but she know about what's going on in her community.
This is why it's important for the community. When Xavier Joy was murdered right behind my apartment, we stayed outside wondering who was his mother at the time. And I said, somebody's baby, although he's grown, life is gone right there.
Mm.
We stayed out there with him. His mother came to my apartment with his uncle, and she said, did my son have any last words? I said, by the time we got outside, he was gone. I said, but I told the police to cover his body because that night it was a little raindrop, something, and the coons was out there, and the coons looked like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look like coons that I know from Mississippi. They look like dogs. And they said, no, we don't want to talk with evidence. You're covering somebody's baby's body.
Mm-hmm.
I got 5 boys and 1 girl. I guarantee you, and I got 9 grandchildren. I look out for children. Yesterday at school, because I work for CPS, there were 2 parents about to throw down because one of them did not see the young lady. And the first thing the girl said, B, what the F is wrong with you? She's like, wait. She said, I didn't see you. Why did you cut me out? Well, I'm just saying, in front of the children. And I grabbed the baby and ran the baby in the school because I didn't want the child to hear her mama and another girl being ready to throw down in the street about because somebody didn't see each other. That irritates me. Why do we have to call each other being told, slut, stop? What's all that about?
Hey.
We didn't join a joking matter. We didn't talk about each other's body parts, about this, that, and the other. We didn't do that. Well, not in my time, we did.
Hey.
We had men that stepped up and opened their mouth, and they would tell us to back.
Mm-hmm.
We need the brothers to come out instead of hiding behind the whatever you're doing. Step up, because we as women, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to go there, but I have to. I'm tired of women getting cancer. I'm tired of them getting stroke. I'm tired of them getting aneurysms because men are not being what we need them to be. A woman will submit to you if you treat her right. And you respect her. And you look out for her without throwing up your hands and hollering and screaming and complaining and telling other folks whatever. I'm tired of that.
Mm-hmm.
We raise our babies. We know how to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Mm-hmm.
We know how to take some food that we may not want to eat and make a goulash soup.
Mm-hmm.
We know how to do it. But we don't have time to nurse no grown men. That's not normal. We got nurturing because women, our babies are going to still need us when we get older.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to need us for something because we're the parents. As you said, young lady, it starts at home. Well, the Bible says it starts at home.
Train up a child ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first sermon of the world, because if you look at it, God created what? Heaven and earth.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first social service word. That's what happened. My daughter lit up yesterday at the University of Chicago. She went in there because my granddaughter, Chloe, was congested and she didn't even have no voice. I was like, what's wrong with her? She said, Mama, she can't breathe and she can't this, she can't that. And I'm like, oh my God, my little 1-year-old granddaughter. Well, my daughter walked in that hospital. She said, I need help. I heard her on the phone. My baby can't breathe. She told them that. Do you know what the male security guard said? Ma'am, you're out of line. What the devil are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
She's got a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come at a mother who's worried about her child being sick, if you come at her the wrong way, she's ready to take your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the see. Men have a animal magnetism in them that gets real nasty. But guess what? Women have a women magnetism when it comes to their babies. I know I do.
It's a sin and a shame, but the medical, I'm in nursing school, right? And I was just telling my teacher this last week. I said all this time I thought I was going to be working with patients. But everything in every book that I read refers to the patient as what? A fucking client. That means business to me because I do hair. My client is a part of my business. So it's like it's money based now. They're not looking at us as patients anymore. We are clients.
Nope.
I have people calling my job. I work for the University of Illinois, right?
Okay.
I have women calling my job to take the COVID test, right? This is when COVID was just really going on last year. And they will be asking me, tell my doctor I need a COVID test. I don't want it from the top of the stockpile. I want it from the bottom where the people with the good insurance get theirs from. And that's what it's like. I'm like, this lady crazy, right? I said, this lady crazy, the motherfucker saying this, you know? And then after talking to her on the phone, I said, she make a lot of sense. She said, you think they give the people with good insurance the same vaccine they give it to people that got Illinois Medicaid? Now you think about that. And
well, you know what? Sis, you're right. You know why? I was at the University of Chicago. And the first thing when we register patients coming in is we ask them, do you have the medical card? What insurance are you using? And they use Epic. Epic is a new medical software system for billing. And
that's what I use Epic. We use Epic.
There you go. There you go. So when we look at the demographics, underneath it says guarantor. That's your insurance. So now, the thing about it, Blue Cross Blue Shield is a big, huge medical business because it has several umbrellas up under it that tells you which one is the real insurance and which one is not. Because when you get state Medicaid, they tell you to go through a provider, whether it's Molina, whether it's WellCare, whether it's Blue Cross Blue Shield Community Health. Now, let me tell you something. The pharmacy, when they run, because I'm a pharmacy technician license as well, says, well, they're not paying for this, but they're paying for that. Why? Because certain insurances won't cover certain type of medications. Let me give you an example. If you're taking potassium, there are like 15 different types of potassium medications. The one that works, the one that might work, and the one that you may double up on every day. All of them don't cover. They don't cover.
They sure
and the
don't.
virtual visit, let me throw this at you. It costs over $100 to visit the doctor online. Virtual.
When I tell you, I have seniors that call my job who is out of their heart, their blood pressure medication, their potassium, you know, they need that if they're taking it. Their and their diabetic medication, right? So they will have us forward a message to the clinic and tell the patients, the clinic asks that you allow them up to 2 business days for someone to call you back. But yet this lady have not had her medication in the whole week. She's a diabetic and she has heart failure.
Yes.
You know, so I will hear this lady call me back the next week. She still hasn't got her medication. Now she wants to talk to her doctor, but we're not even allowed to transfer her to the doctor.
Nope.
Black people have to get mad, and I mean, they have to get mad. I had said this about my sister one time. I had gotten some things that happened to one of my sisters, you know, in one of my sister's house, right? And I went to Facebook, and I normally don't do this. When you see me on Facebook, I'm trying to get somebody mad enough to stand up to do what they need to do. And it's real. Right. So I went on there talking mess, woo-woo. So other family members got under my post about, you don't know how to be a sister. I know how to be a sister more than you because you letting her fall by the wayside. You got to tell the truth. Stop telling.
You got to be honest.
You have to tell people the truth. You know, my grandma told me that. They might get mad about it in that moment of you telling them that, but when they get home in solitude, everything you say gonna come right back across their mind. It sure will. It's gonna repeat. right back across her mind. So I had to make her mad enough to put her foot down. That's my sister. I'm not gonna sit back and watch her fall by the wayside. I'm not even cut from that type of stuff. Anybody know me, know me. I've always been a mini preacher. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. Look, you want BS, you need to get up and do what you need to do for yourself. You got an opportunity, get up and do what you need to do.
That's right.
The time is now. Because what you do affects my daughter, whether you know it or not. Why? Because she's watching you. She's mimicking you.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Did you see it on the news tonight about the young lady down the street that almost got raped? She was assaulted.
11 years old.
I think Martin was just telling us about that.
Yeah.
That girl kicked that man all over the place. That's what it's about.
Now, my thing is, I be mad with our brothers. I heard what you said about the men, and I'm a woman, and I totally feel that. I probably have been through some of everything with just men as a whole. It's just a way of life. I don't give my black men no excuses, no crutches, because I want them to stand strong, 10 toes down.
That's right.
But
That's
I have
right.
to say this. A lot of times, black men want to be successful. They want to be with their family. No, this is real shit. They want to be successful. They want to be with their family. A man has pride. A man, he's a man. He's first. A man don't want to go out here and work no penny at his job. And he got 2 kids at home. He want to support his wife, the children, and the household. So now the man turns to other ways to complement his income. He might serve a little weed. He might sell a few bags or whatever. According to how business going, now he might be selling weight. Okay, whatever. But a lot of times, the men don't really have the guidance. Why? Because the men before them either had got locked up or went through some things in their life to where they stepped back to protect their life. Either from the street, going to jail, or them doing something out here in the world that they needed to do for their family. You know, we got to come together, and we need to have more panels. We need to have more people coming out. We need to bring it back to each one, teach one. Stop the violence. Martin, I saw that jacket. I saw a video or a picture of you. You had your black jacket on, and it said the crime chaser lab.
You know what?
When I saw that, the first thing that came to my mind was he needs to steal them jackets. I'm always thinking about how to make some money.
Yeah.
But the first thing that came to my mind was I need to steal these jackets. And the people that your real followers, we need to purchase them. Why? So when we out in the communities in the hood, we got these jackets on. You already know what it is. I ain't got to explain it to you. So don't let me see you do no bullshit. Black people got to be mad enough. Black people got to be willing to die for what's right so their kids can have a better life. And that's it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
And let me share this with you, to add on to what she said. Back in the time, I remember my uncle owned the business up here. You all weren't born at the time. It was called Percy's Delivery with a cab service. It lasted for 40 years. It was on 35th and Indiana.
I know Percy.
Percy's Delivery. And my uncle, Uncle Percy was dead. His brother took over the cab stand. He died in 1958. But my uncle, his other brother, took over the cab stand here in Chicago. But let me say this. My great uncle, Uncle Linwood in Mississippi, he cut hair. That was his specialty. His grandson to this very day has that business now that's almost 100 years old. Now, there are mentorship programs for men, young men. And I can say this because I used to work with the South Urban League. David McCaskill, Andre Boris, those men, and Mike Muhammad, I sat in because at the time I went through a divorce. I had 5 boys, and I didn't know how to communicate with my son except the way a mother could. So I took it upon myself to learn how to communicate with my son. And I watched these men go through the beginning stage of where men came from. Now, using drugs and dope, let me explain something to you. You do it, you put your family at stake. Because now the law is not, they don't care anymore. They don't care. They will lock your butt up. And if your child and your wife or girlfriend in there, those kids will be put up. You have to protect your family. If there's nothing else to do, find these programs are available. The problem is that some of our men don't want to go. I've known church men to say, I've been married so many times, I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. I know what to do. I've seen some toxic brothers, both in the church and the world. But men, if you don't have nobody, there are programs. Call the Urban League, call a lot of ADS McKinley. They got a lot of mentorship programs. And if you gotta go and just get the teacher from the Honorable, what's his name?
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, or
no, not him. The one after him. Louis Farrakhan. Go and just think. You ain't gotta become a Muslim, but he has some teaching. But guess where he got his teachers from? The late Malcolm X. Malcolm X niece and our classmates. There's a lot folks don't know about Malcolm X except for what people put out there. That is half of the stuff is not even right. But if you don't have somebody, go to an agency, find them, they're in our community, and learn how to be a man and get your head together. Because we don't want to keep making excuses to sell this, to sell that. That's going only, where's it coming from? The white man. Now, if you want to get into the weed business, then go get you a loan and do it legally with a dispensary. Not in your house. Because when you do it in your house, the feds are going to come and get you, and everybody going to be discombobulated. It's not worth it.
But it's so hard now for the black men to get out here. I'm not talking about the ones that's like, I want to say 25 and up, maybe 30 and up. These younger guys who really need these services, it's hard for them. Why? Because they're afraid. Let me tell you something. I realized that all the black men, it seems like in Chicago, got to carry a gun. Everybody got a gun. I don't care what nobody say. I see it. I'm out here. I live this life. Everybody has a gun. And I'll be like, even some of my male members, what the fuck? I want to tell you, put that gun down. Don't carry that motherfucker, with a gun. But when I think about it on the other side, it's like, listen, he's carrying that so he can protect himself. But it's like, it's still that domino effect. Because just because you got it, don't mean you're going to pull it in time. Or they say when you live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's what my grandma always said. But it's sad because all of us feel that's how they feel. We can't change how they feel because when they go outside of our homes, we don't know what these kids face. I tell people all the time, I can train my daughter to be the best 12-year-old that she can be in the world. I can give her all the games, all the morals, all the common sense in the world. What matters most is when she's among her peers. What matters most is when she steps outside of my door. Yep. See, if my daughter going to school, with children whose parents are not instilling traditional values in them, who not spending time with them, showing them how, who's not, see, it's a difference between being raised and being brought up. It's a big difference between that. People don't understand that when I be saying that, but it's a difference between being, all children need structure.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gents. Now it's 2 hours now. Hey, I'll let y'all get it.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Hurry up, Robert, because we get ready to come off. It's going to be 2 hours in another minute.
It's going to be about a minute. Like I work at Amazon. I've been at Amazon for 4 years. And they just raised our minimum wage up to $19 an hour. But I work overnight. So since I've been there 4 years, I get a 10% pay increase.
That means you get
paid every Friday. And I've been telling some of the young guys on the street, come work for Amazon. Come work for Amazon. You get paid every week. A lot of benefits.
Yeah, they are afraid. Listen to what I'm telling you. Majority of these black young men are afraid to come outside of their homes. They only can go to certain places, certain gas stations that I hang out with these people. If I ride a certain way, no, you can't go that way. They can't go that way. We could be in a tenant car, don't not even know you in here.
Terrible.
They afraid to go certain places. You think that when you've been hearing about these shootings at these plants, like down in Lafayette, Indiana, another one happened when the pregnant lady was about to go back into her job to clock in, but she heard a shooting. That ain't just random. That's somebody being caught who was looking for somebody.
All right,
These
China.
black men are scared.
Hold it right there now. I got to get out of here. Y'all appreciate y'all. Yeah, hey, I'll let y'all go.
Okay, thank you, Marty.
Yeah. Hey, no problem. Because you know what? Listen, this is the people's platform, and sometimes we got to talk and have these panels and stuff like that.
We do.
Listen, I don't have all the answers. I'm not gonna get on here and act like that. I know everything. I don't know everything. That's why I asked you guys to come on, because a lot of these internet stations, they only gonna let one person talk at a time anyway. And if you ain't talking what they want to hear, they cutting you off. So I try to let the people express themselves as long as they respectful. I'm cool with it. You know, I don't want to just be talking all the time. I like to listen too. I'm a great listener. So I appreciate you guys. So this is it for me. So y'all know what time it is. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited.